This is TRADUCIR, to translate preterite forms. Now let me tell you right up front, this is a tricky, very irregular verb. It's what I call a J verb. Okay, it's tricky enough you might be tempted to watch this clip twice. Okay, I'm going to say each of these verb forms in English then Spanish and clap. And after I clap, I'd like you to repeat both the English and the Spanish with me. Okay? Here we go. I translated. Yo traduje. I translated. Yo traduje. You friend translated. Tu tradujiste. You friend translated. Tu tradujiste. He translated. Él tradujo. He translated. Él tradujo. We translated. Nosotros tradujimos. We translated. Nosotros tradujimos. And finally, they translated. Ellos tradujeron. They translated. Ellos tradujeron. Now the first thing you're probably going to notice is there's just this random J. J, 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 J. And a fair and reasonable question is, hey, Spanish guy, hold. Why are they just throwing a J in all these forms? Well, think back to traducir in the present tense. The yo form is yo traduzco. Everybody say yo traduzco. Notice in the present tense they randomly stick a Z in there. And again, they don't stick in letters to confuse people or to upset foreigners. It makes it sound better. All right? So in the present tense you had to stick in an extra letter Z in the yo form. Now in the preterite, it's a J in all 5 forms. Okay? You might also notice there's no accent. There's no accent on the yo form and there's no accent on the he form. But Mr. Holt, you said the most important change in Spanish too is if it ends in an E, it was done by me once with an accent. If it ends in an O, it was done by Joe once with an accent. But remember, I also said if a verb is irregular in the present tense, like ser, estar, ir, ser, tener, if it's tricky and irregular in the present tense, it doesn't have accents in the past tense. One final thing you'll want to notice is check out these endings. E, I-S-T-E-O, I-M-O-S, E-R-O-N. It's not I-E-R-O-N, it's E-R-O-N. Now, I'm not going to explain why because it's complicated, but again, for very complicated reasons, in Spanish, you can never have J-I-E. It's just J-E. That's more of a Spanish 3 thing. Now, some of you are thinking, wow, this is tricky and it's a lot of work for just one verb. I won't worry about it. Well, here's the deal. It's not just one verb. This is a member of a group of verbs I call J verbs. Everybody say J verbs. All right? J verbs are verbs that in the infinitive end in UCIR. Traducir is a J verb. Conducir, to drive, is a J verb. Producir, to produce, is a J verb. If it has a UCIR in the infinitive, in the preterite, there's a J, J, J. So there are several verbs that follow this pattern. Again, hard verb, but I hope this helps you understand traducir to translate preterite forms. Cool.